Hey guys, it's S0ur, and I wanted to make a video to showcase all of the first 15 prestiges of Advanced Warfare and talk a bit about my experience throughout all of them. I say first 15 because, as you may know, Sledgehammer recently announced the Grand Master prestige levels, which was a rumor for weeks, and at first that had me kind of like, oh well crap, I kind of wanted to stay at 15 and complete the challenges, but I'll probably prestige because I don't want to feel like I'm wasting the XP, even though I already have most of the elite variants. But then I saw that stuff like attachments and challenge progress does not reset for Grandmaster prestige levels. There is a very minimal penalty. Thank you, all of my yes, I love it. Anyway, a couple of reasons I felt like making this video, one being that it leads well into a series kind of thing I plan on doing soon. I'll talk more about that later. And another being to finally conclude something that I once started on the channel. You could consider this video a continuation and finale to the pseudo-series I created way back when this game launched that I called the Combat Report. I say it isn't really a series because I only ever made one video that showcased Prestige 1 and 2. But the idea behind that was that every couple prestiges I would go through the footage of me prestiging and talk about my current thoughts on the game, stuff like patches and DLC, and I'd go through my stats and challenges and armory for that prestige, but I never made a second episode because I quickly realized that there wasn't that much for me to say without constantly repeating myself because my opinions don't change that much after prestiging a couple times. Now, however, I have recently reached the Master Prestige in Advanced Warfare, the halfway point I suppose if you take into account the Grandmaster stuff, and I've saved footage from every prestige, so why not go through all of them, talk about my experiences, and showcase the things that you earn for prestiging, in case you didn't know some of the rewards. Not that prestige rewards is super new knowledge here, we're approaching March, but there were some things I didn't even know about Master Prestige mechanics, and that's not the main focus of the video anyway, so here we are with our first prestige. We got our newbie little character there. I figured I'd show Prestige 1 and 2 briefly, even if it was in that other video a long time ago, because yeah, that video is getting pretty dated in my opinion, and why have a video that shows off Prestiges 3 to 15? That just seems silly. Might as well have it all in one here. I imagine this will be quite a long video, but that's that, I suppose. Better than having 15 really short videos in my opinion. So in this first prestige, really didn't know what I was doing, of course, still trying out all the weapons, had a great win-loss ratio because we were playing in a party pretty much the whole time, but I never cared about stats. They aren't really an accurate measure of skill because I run around with crappy guns without a party all the time, so it's not like I can keep good stats and do that. I couldn't really work on camos for these first couple prestiges because back then the challenges were still super impossible. Like get 500 long shots and they reset every time you prestiged. If you earned the camo, you kept it, but you lost your progress when you prestiged, which really sucked, so thank God they fixed that. On your first prestige you get a 6th create class slot as well as the full Sentinel Recon suit. Although fun fact, that's actually a bug from a long time ago. You're supposed to only get the Sentinel Recon helmet, I believe, on your first prestige. I actually just learned this while making this video. You'll see some proof later on in this video which made me realize it was a bug. It seems that when the game first came out you just get the entire Sentinel Recon set on the first prestige, but you're actually supposed to get one piece per prestige up to something like 8, I believe, but I have no idea if that's entirely correct because I unlocked it right away. Anyway, it is pretty badass. Here I am wearing most of it, minus the helmet, whoops, but it is a nice sleek black gear set. Anyway, moving on, pretty similar story here with my stats entering second prestige. Rest in pepperoni's win-loss ratio, no more playing with the party for me. I just started running around solo with not so great guns, so like I say, stats mean very little to me. I just went ahead and unlocked Gung Ho, not that it's the greatest perk, but I do enjoy having it for some of the guns that I use, and especially for shotgun slide kills, it's pretty important, even though it isn't a great perk for shotguns generally. For second prestige, you get your 7th creative class slot. They were kind and gave you one every single prestige up until prestige 5 when you max out at 10. They didn't leapfrog them every other prestige like CoD usually has in the past. You also get Atlas Tier 1 boots. You get one piece of Atlas Tier 1 gear every other even prestige, so 2, 4, 6, and so on. So here we are entering the third prestige. Our guy is finally starting to look pretty cool with elite stuff, and halfway through this prestige, prestige 2, we got the patch that made camos more attainable, so I started on the camo grind to get that weapon master gear. Normally I'd start with the underpowered stuff because I like the challenge. Why not run around with an MK14? But that's the mindset I had back in Black Ops 2. I've always been the completionist in games, love doing the challenges, so I completed challenges with underpowered stuff. Then when I moved on to the decent stuff, the crap guns got buffed and the good guns got nerfed, so that was unfortunate. But I said, not this time, I'll do the challenges for the good guns first and use the other ones as they are buffed. So I focused on the Bal 27 first, and that is almost done, just gotta go for long shots. Also started with the Stinger, the only launcher with with reasonable challenges. My stats are pretty similar to the last prestige, surprisingly similar actually, but we will go ahead and enter the third prestige. Nothing I really need to unlock, so I just decided to unlock the Amelie, as it is a high level weapon and not a bad heavy. We don't get any gear at prestige 3, even though you're supposed to get a Sentinel Recon item, I assume, and you do unlock the 8th created class slot. Now moving on to the 4th prestige, the good old stats continue to fall as I continue to use my crappy weapons and strategies. I did get the diamond bow though, sadly only got to use the obsidian steed for a couple of long shots before moving on to a different weapon. I almost have the diamond AK, as well as I almost have the diamond stinger. I'm only waiting on those Goliaths, and those are hard simply because nobody ever uses them unless it's out of a care package, and if they have the trophy system module, it's very difficult to touch them with a launcher. So I could just bide my time waiting for the opportunity, or I could actually run the Goliath score streak myself and let enemies take it, but that's probably unnecessary. Gonna go ahead and prestige and unlock the Mayhem, or Mayhem. Mayhem makes more sense, you'd think, but there is no Y. Whatever, I'll just say Mayhem. And we will get our 9th created class slot. And yep, we're on an even prestige, so we will also get the Atlas Tier 1 helmet. Now entering our 5th prestige, we're a third of the way there. I did get the Diamond AK, and I started a little bit with the IMR, the RW1, and the TAC-19. I was going to try to use the Mayhem, but then I realized how ridiculous the challenges are, and those, to this date, have not been changed. Huh, sweet, look at this changelog. Huh. Damn it. Maz, son of a bitch. Launch. Son of a fucking bitch! Alright, so I'm not actually that angry, but let me know, am I alone on this? I realize that they're possible, and I'm usually up for a challenge. Like if the challenge for assault rifles was still up to 500 long shots, that's fine, as long as they don't reset when you prestige. It just adds to the value of the camo. But the sheer amount of time and chance it takes to shoot down paladins and drones and UAVs with the Mayhem, something that doesn't lock on, is ridiculous, and very little of it is skill. A lot of it is just luck and time, which really sucks. The challenges, I think, should be stuff like double kills and triple kills, but I'll let it drop. That's a topic for another day. I did get 2 more Goliaths towards the Diamond Stinger, almost there for that one. If the pattern of getting 2 per prestige continues, I'll have it for the next prestige. I'll just unlock the Atlas 20mm here, might as well have the highest level weapons unlocked, and that is all. Probably supposed to get a Sentinel Recon thing, but other than that, you now have your 10th created class slot, and that's the max unless you purchase more. About to be entering 6th prestige now. I finally have the Diamond Stinger, but other than that, this prestige was all about the shotguns. I got the Diamond Bulldog, I almost have the Diamond S12, just 3 more dogfights, and as you can see, I have the Diamond TAC-19, but it's not a legitimate diamond. Some of the challenges are still missing. That wasn't on purpose, and I'll go back and do the challenges eventually anyway, but there used to be a bug in the game, maybe you were aware of it, where when you prestige, you could re-complete the camo challenges by simply earning 1 kill with the weapon. I have some funny footage of it here. You can see I just prestiged, I'm level 1, and I get my first kill of the game with the bow. Boom, challenges flood the screen, assault rifle marksman, bow marksman, then tons of camo challenges, and with that you instantly get tons of experience. But what I didn't know at the time was, you saw that camo mastery challenge pop up there. When you re-earn that challenge, it counts as another point towards your royalty camo for that class. So by essentially re-earning the Bal 27 diamond camo, it gives me an omit power. Now I don't even need to touch the MK14 to get the assault rifle royalty, and then when I was done with the Bal, I switched to the AK and re-earned those camos, and that makes it so that I essentially don't have to touch the ARX to get the royalty, and so on. So then I switched to the TAC-19 and got those challenges, and then the Stinger and got those challenges as well. And the point of doing this, like I said, was not to skip camo challenges. I just wanted to see how much XP I could get in one game. So I will go back and do all the launcher challenges, same with all the assault rifle challenges. But by the end of this game, I was 18 and 34. Pretty crap, right? Well, I earned 113,950 experience for that one game. That took me from rank 1 to rank 19 in one game of Hardpoint. So that's a pretty funny clip I wanted to share. Anyway, I got onto this because of the TAC-19. Yes, recompleting challenges allowed me to easily earn the diamond for that thing, but I'll go back and do all those challenges anyway because perfectionism. Anyway, we're still about to prestige. Stats are on the decline, of course. I'll unlock the AR-9, that rhymed, and you can see I prestiged after a game update because this rank up animation is relatively new. It shows me ranking up, and it shows that I unlocked a player card, and aha, Sentinel Recon knee pads. This is how I realized that you're probably not meant to unlock the entire Sentinel Recon set on your first prestige. It's meant to be spread out 1 piece per prestige. You can see those knee pads don't appear in recent items because I already have them, but I do now have the Atlas Tier 1 shirt shirt for 6th Prestige. Alright, we're now about to enter Prestige 7. I do now have the Weapon Mastery loadout and pants. That's for the Assault Rifle and Shotgun royalty, although those aren't entirely legitimate, like I just explained. I'll go back and fix that, though. I also did some work with the MDL, that's almost done, as well as I started with the Amelie. So in order to get the Assault Rifle royalty, I simply earned the HBRI 3 diamond, and because of that glitch, I did not need to touch the MK14, ARX, or IMR, but I'll be sure to go back and do those. And to get the Shotgun royalty, I just had to get 3 dogfights with the S12. So those are the stats for Prestige 6, but let us Prestige to 7. I'll unlock the Crossbow because it's a high level unlock, and I'll probably do some work with it after the MDL. You can see we unlocked that nice player card. I do like the Prestige 7 logo quite a bit, and supposedly we unlocked the Sentinel Recon pants. Right, here we are at the end of 7th Prestige. I worked on the Pytake and the MP443 Grok a bit. I did get the Amelie diamond, the RW1 diamond, and the Atlas 45 diamond. The pistol challenges are pretty fast. There are the good old stats. You can kind of see skill-based matchmaking at work there as my KD approaches 1 as if it's an asymptote, because even though I'm running around with crap like the MP443 Grok, which if you've used it, you'll find it beats the BAL and the ASM1 0% of the time, but I get a few terrible scores with it, and then the game places me with noobs so I can actually compete with my self-imposed handicap of terrible guns. I feel like if I switched to the Obsidian Steed while in one of those games, I could drop a DNA bomb easy peasy, but that would basically be inadvertent reverse boosting, and reverse boosters are douchebags. Anyway, I'll just unlock the PDW and move to Prestige 8. You supposedly get the Sentinel Recon gloves, and this is the last time that any Sentinel Recon stuff pops up, so I guess you're meant to get 1 piece of gear per Prestige up to Prestige 8? Maybe. But since it's an even Prestige, we do also get the Atlas Tier 1 pants. Alright, entering Prestige 9, let's speed this up. I did a bit on the Atlas 20mm and the Pytake, but the main focus was on the pistols. Got the Diamond MP443 Grok and the Diamond PDW, earning me the royalty pistols and the Weapon Master gloves. Even after that time spent running around with pistols only, my KD still approaches 1. Skill-based matchmaking definitely at work there, otherwise you would be like 0.4 or something. There's really nothing I want to unlock, so I just took the Bulldog, and there it is. We get absolutely nothing for Prestige 9. Alright, Prestige 10, here we come. Got a lot done, including the Atlas 20mm diamond, the Pytake diamond, and the XMG diamond, and I'm starting to work on the NE45 and the Moors. In this entire Prestige, my KD only went down 0.01. Finally have that perfect 1.00, thanks to SBMM. I'm going to unlock Danger Close because it's pretty important for the NE45. I already have the Ravager variant, and Danger Close makes it an absolute monster. Finally, Prestige 10 will unlock the Atlas Tier 1 loadout. Approaching 11th Prestige, I did some work on the AMR9 and a tiny bit with the SN6, the Moors, and the NE45, mainly waiting for a buff for some of those SMGs though. I did get the EPM3 diamond, not as hard as you might think. The EPM3 is a beast in hardcore. Now if we take a look at our stats, yep, finally sank to that 0.99 KD, but when I start using slightly better stuff, it should be easy to bring that back into the positive. I'll just unlock Fast Hands because it's good for sniper classes with pistols, and I still need the Marksman challenge for the Atlas 45 and the RW1. Even though I have the royalty already. And for Prestige 11, once again, you get nothing. Prestige 12, almost there. You can see I'm holding a royalty EM1, and I have on that Weapon Master shirt. Yep, I got the EM1 diamond, which is the last heavy weapon I needed, so that's all completed. Got the diamond Moors, and put in some more time on the NE45 and the Lynx. I also made some competitive classes for ranked play in this Prestige, so I actually had a chance to use the BAL and the ASM1 for once. On the first or second game using the BAL for the first time in ages, I went something like 18-3 in a ranked S&D game, which was fun to say the least. It's amazing to use decent weapons after using only crap for over a month. Makes me realize that, oh, maybe I'm not awful at this game. Perhaps, in part thanks to that, my KD is once again at an even 1, and we'll go ahead and unlock something, MK14, why not? And this is Prestige 12. I expected to get some Atlas Tier 1 gear, but it's weird that nothing appeared in the new items. You can see the number said 6 new items before and after I prestiged. But I'm pretty sure you get the Atlas Tier 1 gloves for Prestige 12. That would fit the pattern, even though it seems like they didn't show up. I do have them, so oh well, I'm assuming that you do get the Atlas Tier 1 gloves for Prestige 12, even though it didn't show. About to move on to the 13th Prestige. I did get the Lynx Diamond, and the NE45 is almost there. This was the only sniper for me where Bloodthirsties did not come readily, but it shouldn't be too bad. I can always resort to the trick where I use a different gun for the first 4 kills, but I don't think that'll be necessary. I also did some work, if you can call it that, on the ASM1. I was kind of waiting for a good variant like the Strider or the Speakeasy first, but eventually decided to just use the base variant until unlocked unlocking the magnitude, because the base variant is quite good by itself anyway. My KD is back at 1.01. Alright, better than average. I'll just unlock EXO trophy system, because why not? We get our title. And once again, nothing else. Time for Prestige 14, getting very close. You can see I am getting to be very shiny. I got the Weapon Master mask, that is for Sniper Rifle royalty. I did some work with KF5, the SAC3s, and finished off the ASM1. And of course I got the Diamond NE45 and therefore the royalty sniper rifles. Also got the Diamond MDL. I don't know why I put off getting a couple of double kills for so long. I kind of just forgot about it. You can do that in one game, but that's done now. And I'm starting on the Crossbow. Not a great weapon in this game, but it must be done. I now have a wonderful 1.02 KD, going up by that powerful 0.01 every prestige. And we shall go ahead and prestige. We get the Atlas Tier 1 Shin Guards, which means that set is almost complete. We only have the EXO left, which you get at Master Prestige. Alright, time to move on to the final prestige, Prestige 15. My biggest accomplishment was the Diamond Crossbow, and therefore the royalty special weapons. I have no idea why there were no camos for the heavy shield like there were in Black Ops 2. It would be very easy to come up with challenges for that thing, but oh well. I've started to attempt the launcher challenges again, while also getting the Diamond AE4, might as well. And I still have to do the SMGs, but I'm really waiting on that weapon rebalance to come to the PS4, as well as I'm waiting to buy flippin' extra armory slots. I have too many elites that I don't want to sell, so I can no longer open supply drops. I will give you my money, Sledgehammer. The extra armory slot thing came out 3 weeks ago for Xbox. This is crazy. Are armory slots really considered downloadable content? It's more like unlockable content. I get it. The Xbox guys get DLC map packs first. Even the personalization packs. Sure, doesn't bother me, but this is basic game functionality. Anyway, I know the SMGs are going to be buffed, so I might as well wait. There are my stats entering Prestige 15, nothing too great. And let's do it. We got our fabulous unicorn title, and we're good to go. So here we are at the end of this game, 38-6, not too shabby if I do say so myself. This is the game that got me to Master Prestige. I'm currently working on IMR Longshot, so it's pretty easy to excel on Green Band. And there you have it. I got enough XP to fill the bar, and just like that, I am a Master Prestige. You don't have to click Enter Prestige for a final time, it's entirely automatic. And you can see I now have the Atlas Tier 1 EXO. I'll put together that full set so you can see it all. It's definitely a cool set, but I don't really wear any of it because it's basically what everyone who has it wears. It's very common. I'd rather that my gear shows something off, like the Weapon Master stuff or a full set of Elite stuff. This doesn't really show off anything more than what someone would already know by looking at your Master Prestige emblem, but it does look nice. I'll go through some stats a bit more in depth this time since it is the final prestige. Look at that time in combat. My god, absolutely terrible. I was certainly not racing. Nearly 185 hours. My god. That's the time that you get when you go 6 and 40 running around with only a Maz in your hand. I bet if I did nothing but play Domination with an Obsidian Steed or a Speakeasy, I could easily cut 2 days off that time. Maybe even bring it down into the 4 days mark if I took more advantage of the double XP weekends. But like I say, I was not racing. One of the biggest reasons I play is for supply drops, so time in game is time in game regardless of what I'm doing, and going for challenges just keeps me entertained. If I did nothing but play with the BAL, I would have been bored at Prestige 2. The Weapon Master gear is one of the most fun parts about this game for me. Anyway, you can see me scroll past all these stats, weapons used, medals, all that stuff, but that's about it. The next goal is to work towards this title, the Marksman Mastery title. It looks cool, and I imagine it is pretty rare, complete all marksman challenges, as well as I'll be finishing up the camos in the next little while. That leads into another topic, but before I go there is one last detail that comes with Master Prestige, and that is every time you start a game, you will hear this. The rank up sound, accompanied by this logo that tells you that you are a Prestige Master. I'm not sure why. Maybe you have chronic memory loss and you don't remember what rank you are, or maybe the game just needs to remind you how much of a badass you are every single game. I'm mocking it, but it's cool, I guess. Wait a minute. When it flickers away, it shows an accolade symbol glitching out. My god, how has no one seen it? Anyway, so that's every prestige in Advanced Warfare, except for the additional 15 they just added. But you know what I mean, those aren't the same. These are the original 15 prestiges. As I was saying, I will continue to finish all of the camos while progressing through the Grand Master Prestige ranks. I don't know if I'll finish it and get all the way to Prestige 30. My god, that's a lot of time. But I would like to finish some more challenges and continue to earn supply drops, so I'll play it by ear. At the very beginning of the video, I mentioned how this video leads well into a series I plan on doing, and that's because now that I've put this out there and documented my experience, so to speak, I'd like to use all of this playtime and experience I've had with all the weapons and channel that into a series where I talk about the best variants for each weapon and give specific tips and strategies to earn the camos, because I get questions about that all the time. The whole best variant thing obviously isn't a new idea. I've seen tons of people with videos talking about stats and elite variant reviews and stuff, but oftentimes they're just talking about one elite gun and not comparing it to all the others available for that gun, because sometimes the enlisted professional variants are superior, and I'd like to analyze all of them and rank them, so to speak. So which ones are worth using, which ones you should get rid of, and stuff like that. Bottom line is not to worry. I think I can do a decent job at keeping it original with that spin of a camo guide, and despite all the videos already out there, there's still debate. People tell me all the time stuff like the Pal 27 Carbon is the best, it's enlisted, and it's better than the Obsidian Steed, and I have to disagree with you there. I've seen the stats, and it's good, but I don't think so. So you can keep an eye out for that coming in the next little while. If you enjoy hunting for camels, I think this will be a valuable series to you. If not, you could still get some value out of the best variant section. So with that, I really should be ending this video. Let me know if you've listened to the whole thing. I'm always nervous putting up a video like this. Like, my god, who wants to watch me talk about prestiging for 20 minutes? But a long video like this is still better than splitting it into several 1-minute videos, in my opinion. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.